Hello, this will be my maybe short Don Quixote, manager of Manchaland, kit review. Her skill 1, same for the others. Let me pull up these real quick. Her skill 1 will possibly heal the same as Barber's skill 1, which is 10%. That's on hit. On use, yeah, this character has a lot of on use. 1, 2, 3, 9 on use on this side. Their first on use for their skill 1 is consume up to X blood feast and gain hard blood for every blood feast consumed. If this unit failed to consume blood feast, gain bleed. It's most likely going to be. It's most likely going to be 5 bleed right here. It's the same with all of them, except for the bleed count. Their other on uses gain coin power for every bleed on the target, so if they have 10 bleed, it's possible that they get a certain amount of coin power. It could be just 1, as it has been same with that. If the target has 6 plus bleed, coin power plus 1. So that one could be plus 1, but we'll have to see. Their 2 coins are just on hit bleed. So it's most likely 1 or 2 bleed. Potency. Their skill 2, 2 coins, same as this one. On hit the skill, heal X% of the HP dealt. So this one, I'm basing most of it off Barber, since they are the only one of the only characters who can heal using their skills. I'm guessing it'll be 20%, possibly 30% for their skill 2, but since this attack is sort of the same here, it could be this one or this one, but we'll have to see. Their first on use is consume up to X blood feast and gain hard blood, same as these two. If the unit failed to consume blood feeds, gain bleed, probably 5, as I had said earlier, right there. On use, gain coin power for every X bleed on the target. Same with that one, but here's a new one. Gain attack weight for every hard blood on self, and that does not consume anything. So you could just keep getting hard blood and hard blood and hard blood with just this character. Their first coin just inflicts some bleed, probably like 2 potency. Their second coin does not inflict any bleed, I would think. It does not say anything, but this could change. Their skill 2 deals more damage based on bleed on the target, and deals more damage based on blood feast consumed on the unit, which could be very good in the late term of it if you have an insane amount of blood feast. But I don't think we'd get that high if we don't have Gregor or Barber or Princess. Since Princess has Sanjuine. Let me go look. Since Princess Rodion has Sanjuine Desire, it could be good for this, but it would affect the defense skill greatly, since this is where you would get a good amount of your hard blood, I would think. Yeah, consume up to X blood feast and gain hard blood for every blood feast consumed. So this would be a very good defense skill to get hard blood and blood feast. And since Sanjuine Desire does not lose bleed count, this is a very good skill, or eco. Alright. Skill 3. This one is Lust, Wrath. Might be Sloth, I don't know. forgot to mention that, sorry. On hit for the skill, heal X% of the HP damage dealt. It could be 30% here, same with those. I'm just basing my data off other IDs, but we'll have to see. I have not checked if Sancho has these skills, but I would think not. On use, gain clash power for every hard blood itself. Gain coin power for every bleed on the target, and on use, consume up to X blood feast and gain hard blood for every Y blood feast consumed. These are a lot of on use, and I have not seen this on many IDs in quite some time. I don't. I use a few IDs, so I would not know if any ID has gotten this close to like or this many on use effects. But I would have to double check again. I'm not really a meta player. If this unit fails to consume Blood Feast, gain Bleed. It's most likely 5 Bleed. Same. They have 2 more on use. Deal more damage based on bleed target, and deal more damage based on Blood Feast consumed. So these two. This is a very good skill 3. Sorry. It's a very good skill 3 because of all of it's on use, but only its skill 3, or its coin 3, will inflict bleed, unfortunately. After the attack, if the target is defeated, increase Blood Feast and gain Hard Blood. So, donquixote, manager, by herself with a bleed team, and none of these other IDs, is a very good character already because of its gain Hard Blood, which Hard Blood increases offense level and defense level, and increases the minimum and max speed. So it's very good by itself, I would think, but we'll have to see when it releases on the 12th or 11th, depending on where you are from. Laughters will subside. Clashable counter, always nice. 2 coins. All clashable counters so far have been Lust, which is very interesting. With Bloodhound Heathcliff, this unit, and Princess. I do not remember if there are more, but I'd have to double check. Combat start, consume up to X Blood Feast and gain Hard Blood for every Y Blood Feast consumed. If this unit failed to consume Blood Feast, gain Bleed. 5 Bleed again, most likely. Its Hard Blood is the exact same as well, as Blooming Thorn, Bloodied Hand, and Barber, but they're just specials to the character and have small effects. Combat start. This is interesting. On one ally with the least HP, apply Shimmering. I think this only means it goes to only Blood Fiends for every Blood Feast consumed shared. Okay, this is very interesting because this is the first instance of bleed count, unfortunately. So you will not be getting much bleed count, but you will be getting a lot of bleed potency out of this character. But you already have many characters, such as Ringy Sang, which you can get him from the standard fare with bleed count and bleed count. And on their skill 2 as well, inflict 3 bleed count for one of the following effects. So you can be very lucky and get 4 bleed count on this one, but that's not all. 5 bleed count if they have negative effects, which is very easy with many of the bleed effects and nails and other effects that Ring Sang can dish out. Anyway, Shimmering, as long as the effects exist, all damage taken by the shield HP is converted to Blood Feast. So any bleed damage, while someone has a shield, I think, converts to Blood Feast. Once this effect is active, gain shield HP equal to stack. The moment of application, it expires at turn end. This is mainly used for Priest Gregor, because he will take a lot of bleed damage in Mirror Dungeon, or just in general. Alright, now we're going to the right side. So this is interesting. They have 2 unbreakable coins, which will play even if you lose the clash, which is incredible because we've only had them on Zway Ishmael and I think 2, possibly. I think it's 2 egos so far. So this is a very interesting instance because we've never had this before. On hit the skill, probably a little bit more than what I said earlier for this one, possibly. No, 50%. I'm guessing it's 50% for this one, possibly, or less, since this is only a skill 1, cannot be that good. On use, gain coin power for bleed on the target, so same thing down there. And then gain bleed. It is most likely the same amount of bleed. Yeah, it's probably most likely 10 bleed right there, which could be an interesting amount, but we'll have to see. On use, inflict more bleed on hit for every hard blood itself. Consume hard blood after attack. So if you have all of the bloodfiend IDs, it's very hard to get hard blood from these skills. And I heard once that Rodion should not be part of the team, but we'll have to see if we need the entire team to empower this skill, though. We'll talk more about that. Consume hard blood after attack as well. Every skill has this one, except for these. Anyway, skill 2, Unbreakable Coin, Inflict Bleed. Um, Priest inflicts 2 bleed. It's most likely going to be 2 bleed on this one as well. On hit, activate bleed on target, and then the target loses bleed count. So, is it all of the count, or is it like a small amount of the count? We will have to see when the kit fully releases, but really hoping it's not all, it's just you lose 2 bleed, since it activates. I don't know. We'll see. Now, Sancho's second skill, powered skill. On hit the skill, heal X% of damage dealt. Third coin is unbreakable. Now the Barber, this is her skill 2. And it's 2 bleed right here, which will most likely be the same here. Gain coin power, same with her, coin power, if they have 5+ bleed. So it's most likely 5+, and that's 1. For attack, gain attack weight for every hard blood itself, which will be hard, I feel like, since here, but passives we'll look over in a bit. Consume hard blood, I already said that, sorry. And their third skill is Unbreakable Coin. Deal more damage based on bleeding target. So if you have Sanguine Desire, that's very good for this one, since count will not go down, and potency will not go down. Deal more damage based on blood feast consumed, shared. Which, yeah, seems pretty easy to get it. But the shared part, yeah, the shared part is very easy to get, but this unit does not consume much blood feast if they're unempowered, so it's going to be interesting to see that. Now for this one is the essentially Don Quixote, her base ego. So yeah, heal 50%. That's her base ego, definitely. So it's gonna be around the 8 bleed. So I'm hoping that's 2 count and 8 bleed, since this is supposed to be the ego variant. So hoping for that. Wow. 4 on use there. Gain base power for every hard blood itself. Gain coin power for every bleed on target. Deal more damage based on bleed on target. And deal more damage for every blood feast consumed. 4 insanely good passes for skill 3. After attack, consume hard blood for every X hard blood on itself. So I'm guessing it'll consume every little bit. After the attack, if the target is defeated, increase blood feast. Regain half of hard blood. I'm hoping it means if 10 hard blood was taken from all this, it'll give me back 5 hard blood if 10 hard blood was used last time. 4 unbreakable coins. Now this is good and bad because usually in mirror dungeon fights or just minion fights, the minions are very weak and will usually die to the skill 2 with the skill 3, and we will usually never see the skill 4, or the coin 4, sorry. The coin 4 activate, so we'll probably never get this or this, or we'll never get this, the after attack, which, if the target is defeated, inflicts bleed and bleed count against all enemies. That's going to be 8 bleed, I think, since Sandrian, and possibly 2 or 1 bleed, so it could be on top of that, but we'll have to see. Anyway, Princess of Manchaland upgrades this. 1 clashable counter there, very good. Or 1 unbreakable coin for the clashable counter, very good. Sorry. At the combat start on X plus highest resonation, divided by Y. I think it's just like multi-allies, I don't know. On highest resonation, allies the least HP apply hard blood and shimmering, I think. For every blood feast consumed shared, then consume half of hard blood on self. At least it doesn't take all of hard blood, but we'll have to see. The skill 2 is an unbreakable coin, which inflicts bleed count. And her skill, her defensive skill, only inflicts 1 measly bleed count. That's not very good, but we'll have to see if it changes to 2. I would really hope if it does, since it's an upgrade from this. But it's an interesting one because it applies hard blood and shimmering for the ally with the least HP. And since hard blood and shimmering don't go down, I think, since it's like Coffin, Bloodied Hand, Blooming Thorn, and the Scissors, I'm hoping it's like that, but we'll have to see. Anyway, that was page 1. Page 2, and right here, this is very insane passive. Very insane passives. 5 passives in one character. Blood Feast. It's all like the same here. It's the same passive that every Blood Fiend has, but something different. When consuming Blood Feast, if there are La Mancha kindreds of the same generation as this unit takes precedence. This also makes me think we'll get maybe more IDs of Blood Fiend. I'm hoping we get maybe that blue guy part of Demian's gang, but we'll have to see. When using variant Sancho Hardblood Arts Whip, this one, HP cannot go down below 1 due to bleed damage. So this is basically Gregor, but better, I think, since you could heal a lot more, and this is a skill 1, which can be applied almost every single turn. It's an unbreakable coin, and it inflicts an insane amount of bleed so far. But except for that's the only bad part right there. Her second skill, variant Sancho Hardblood Arts, turn start at X plus Hardblood. That's possibly... Let me check the passives. I want to see if someone's done. Yes, it's most likely going to be 10. If each following unit is either defeated or participating in the counter, empower this unit's leftmost slot. I'm hoping that at a limit of hard blood, the skills slowly empower and not empower at the start, because I really want to gain the hard blood, but we'll have to see that. Priest of Gregor, skill 1. Barber Otis, skill 2. This unit empowers their skill 3. I'm confused about that. So will we never use this one, or is this one always enhanced to this one? is it only if you have them all? It's kind of what I'm confused about there. But, I'm really hoping it's that we slowly build up, kind of like, all the others, where at a certain amount, as a certain amount of bloodied hand, Gregor will slowly get, like, new items added to him, or something. And he will be, like, upgraded, or look different, or something. I'm hoping that something like that, where we get new skills, where we upgrade, so we can actually get the Hard Blood, and consists of Manchaland, Rodion, and Power Defense skill. When other units among allies take bleed damage or consume blood feast, gain hard blood itself. So this kind of makes me happy because it allows us to actually get hard blood without using these skills. But still, I'm wondering how hard it'll be because like I think it'll be only like 1 or 2 hard blood. It might be a percentage or like how much we'll get. So like if an ally takes 10 bleed damage, or consume blood feast, we'll get like 10 hard blood or 5 hard blood. We'll have to see that though. Bearer of the Blood Kin. If in an encounter, if an other allied La Mancha land unit is defeated, gain more hard blood, gaining hard blood from this unit's mass attack skills or base attack skills. When 3+ allied La Mancha land units are defeated, gain additional hard blood, a turn start, gain responsibility. I'm really hoping we'll get more La Mancha land units, so I don't have to sacrifice Princess, Priest, and Barber, because they are very good characters in my opinion, or IDs. And responsibility, just gain clash power, deal more damage, take more damage. I'm guessing this will be 5 clash power, deal 5% more damage, or take 5% more damage, since 5 seems to be something that's a big thing, I feel like. But we'll have to see that, as always. Our Armadura de Sangre. After the attack of the enemy is defeated, increase blood feast by X% by the target's max HP. This is a very good passive, and it's got 2 passives in practically, since it increases blood feast by target's max HP. So, like, if the target has 100 HP and their skill 3 or skill 2 kills it, we'll get like an insane amount of blood feast. I'm not calculating it right now, but I'm hoping that's what it's like. And then gain damage up next turn for every X missing HP at the end. I've seen or heard a couple of YouTubers not like this because it gets rid of the she identities entirely. Since Heathcliff already has Picard Harpooner, deal 1% more damage for every 1% missing HP. And then if we go back here, you can see she ID at less than 50% HP, 2+ final power. So it's on technicality kind of a she ID, or it's taking stuff from the she ID. Anyway, let's continue. If an ally is about to be defeated from bleed damage, prevent them from being defeated from bleed damage this turn. This feels like something you wouldn't really need, since Priest already has his one passive. This counter when this unit takes damage for that brings their HP down to 0, nullify that damage. He already has something like that. And it's not, so that would be a second chance for him if you really screw up that badly. But or it could mean that she will gain insane amount of bleed, but we'll have to see. I'm hoping it's not insane amount of bleed though. Her skill for final support passive is feed your pest, hunger my family. Combat start, when ally fully HP, gains damage up for every X missing HP. If the said ally is a bloodfiend, gain damage up for every Y missing HP instead. I don't know what these specifically would entail, but this might be more damage up, and this might be less damage up. So when ally with the least HP, it could be 2 damage up. This one could be 5 damage up. I'll go over these final effects quickly. Hard Blood. X Hard Blood converts to Hard Blood 2. This is probably most likely 10 Hard Blood. This is most likely 20 Hard Blood, and this is 30 Hard Blood, since Bloodied Hand can only go to 30. It's the same for every single one of these special effects. Bloodied Hand just gives offense level, and Blood-Tinged Scissors just gives offense level up and defense level down. And Rodion has just Inflict, which it has nothing to do with this kit. Sorry. Reverts to the previous stage when the stack drops below the requirements. Hard Blood does not go below 1. So it's exactly like Coffin, these, and this. At Hard Blood 2, gain offense level up. So that's at 2, gain 1 offense level up. So it's most likely not going to change. It's probably going to be the same offense level up for these two, and same, just 1 defense level up for them. Shimmering Bloodfiend. As long as the effect exists, all bleed damage taken by the shield HP is converted to Blood Feast. Gain shield HP equal to the stack at the moment of its application. Expires at turn end. I think this will be hopefully good. If it's not, I'm gonna be a little meh, because like I'm pretty sure this is the only instance in any of these in this kit that talks about shields. This is the only instance we can gain shield. So shimmering and hard blood would be very good. It's going to be needed, unfortunately. Responsibility is only with this passive, so it's mostly just 5 clash or 1 clash power, and then deal 1% or 5% more damage, and take 5% or 1% more damage. Anyway, my guess in this tier list, she'll be SS tier, same place as Wild Hunt Heathcliff, because he's insanely broken unit, and almost the exact same as hers with Coffin and Empowering. Anyway, thank you for watching all like 28 minutes of my rambling. Have a good one.